وعن صفية بنت الحارث عن عائشة عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أنه قال. Aisha radiallahu anha said that أنه قال, that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, لا يقبل الله صلاة أحد إلا بخمار. Allah will not accept the salah of the ahid إلا بخمار, except with khimar. The ahid here does not mean the woman that is menstruating now, because we know that the woman that is menstruating cannot pray. So the ahid here means a lady that has reached puberty, that has started menstruation. Allah will not accept her salah except with khimar. Except with khimar. Does that mean that if she uncovers the rest of the body, Allah is going to accept her salah as long as she puts on khimar? No, that is not the meaning of the hadith. That is, in addition to every other part being covered, so the head should also be covered. The head should also be covered. And when a lady is using the khimar, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلْيَضْرِبْنَ بِخُمُرِهِنَّ عَلَىٰ جُيُوبِهِنَّ, they should use their khimar to cover their juyub. Juyub is a plural of the word jayb. This part of the garment that is exposed, so to say, that exposes the neck, is called the jayb. Contrary to what we are used to today, when they mention jayb in the Arabic language, we take it to be what? The pocket. But jayb, in the original Arabic, is this place that is what? That is cut from the garment, that is, that exposes part of the neck. They call it jayb. Then Allah said what? وَلْيَضْرِبْنَ بِخُمُرِهِنَّ عَلَىٰ جِيُوبِهِنَّ. The khumur is the part of the word khimar. They should use their khimar, they should use it to cover their head. عَلَىٰ جِيُوبِهِنَّ, and it should cover what? The jayb. It should cover the jayb. So you see some ladies today, when they dress why they use the khimar, but they don't use the jilbab. They use the khimar, the head tie, but they don't use the jilbab. So their dressing is incomplete, because we have the verse of jilbab that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ya ayyuhan nabiyyu kulli azwajik wa banatik wa nisa'il mu'minina yudnina alayhinna min jalabibihinna dhalika adna yu'rafna fala yudhain. O Prophet, tell your azwaj, your wives, wa banatik, and your daughters, wa nisa'il mu'minin, and the women of the believers, yudnina alayhinna min jalabibihinna, that they apply their jalabib on themselves. That is, on that khimar, they put jilbab again. This is contrary to what most sisters do today. When they put the khimar, they don't use the khimar to cover their juyub. They just tie it on their head only. This does not agree with the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The khimar should be used to cover the juyub. It should be used to cover the jayb. That is that part of the neck that is exposed. So the head tie must be used to cover that. That was the basis before the verse of what? Ya ayyuhan nabiyyu kulli azwajik wa banatik yudnina alayhinna min jalabibihinna was reviewed. So when the verse yudnina alayhinna min jalabibihinna was reviewed, they added that to it. They added that to it. And the jilbab originally would be what? A very big wrapper that they used to watch. They put on their head that will cover their body. They will use it to also cover the place that ordinarily would have been exposed. But for the use of the khimar, that place is not exposed of their neck. So they will use another big wrapper to wrap themselves. So this is the way they will use it originally. Now later, women, they started sewing it as a kind of what garment that they will put on their head down to what? Down to their feet. Down to their feet. Some may not sew it down to their feet because they're already putting on the garment that is what? That is flowing and that is dragging on the ground. They're already putting on that. So the jilbab may not get up to that level. May not get up to that level. But the point here is that a lady must cover her body. That is the most important thing. Must cover her body in a way that the Sharia approves. That is, no part of the body should be exposed. And the dress should not be something that will be skin tight. The dressing should not be something that will be see-through. If a lady is putting on a garment that the people can see through, that is, they can see her body, her flesh, through the garment she's putting on, that lady is not muhajjaba. She has not used hijab. She has not used hijab. So she must put on a garment that people cannot see through. They can't see her flesh, cannot see her body through the garment that she's putting on. Likewise, she must put on a garment that is not skin tight. She must put on a garment that does not describe the bones. If a lady is putting on a tight garment, she's not muhajjaba. She's not muhajjaba. She has not used the hijab. So the bones, the body must not be described. In fact, scholars will say the one that is described, that is worse than the one that people can see through. If a lady is putting on a garment that is skin tight, describes a thigh, for instance, describes a buttocks, such a lady is more inviting. She invites the opposite sex than the one who put on a garment that is somehow baggy, but that garment is see-through. Both of them are bad, but the one who is putting on a skin-tight garment is worse. Is worse. So, and that's why when we look at the description of al-hijab al-shar'i, the hijab that agrees with the Sharia, it must be free and it must be thick, not the one that will be see-through. So it must be free. So this is very, very important. Some women, when they dress, their upper parts are described. Not that the garment is not thick, but the garment they are putting on, the so-called jilbab they are putting on, is so tight to their words, to their body, that their front parts will be described. So all the scholars speak against. So the hijab al-shari must be free. Must be free. It must not be see-through. It must not be something that will be skin tight. So then it must not be perfumed. It must not be perfumed. So it must cover every part of the body, down to the feet. Then it is good that what they add something of shibru to the back, as the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has ordered the women. So, لا يقبل الله صلاة أحد إلا بخمار. Allah will not accept the salah of a woman that has reached the age of puberty except with khimar. Scholars they said it means that if a lady that has not reached the age of puberty prays without khimar, her salah is what? Accepted. Her salah is what? Accepted. But we don't groom her in that way. We groom her the way she is expected to pray when she gets towards the age of puberty. So we make her cover her head. So this is something that is important. وقد روي موقوفا ومرسلا ورواه ابن خزيمة في صحيحه واللفظ لا يقبل الله صلاة امرأة قد حاضت إلا بخمار. So it was reported mursal, that is a tabi'i, ascribe it to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam direct, and it was also reported mawqufan to the companion. So Warwa ibn Khuzaymah fi Sahih, Ibn Khuzaymah also reported it in his Sahih. وَاللَّفْظُ, the wording is لا يقبل الله صلاة امرأة قد حاضت إلا بخمار. Allah will not accept the salah of a lady that has hadat, that has started menstruating, except with khimar.
The Guidance Facebook page. Follow, like, and share.